Alright, it's time for the results of the Frogger MiniCade giveaway. Awesome! Had a lot of people participate in a little contest. I love that everybody posted scores. We got quite a few. Some were missing off the list I was really hoping for, like the original Coleco MiniCade. I would have loved to see one of those posted. But other than that, we had a lot of good entries into the contest. So let's go down the list before we spin the wheel. For the arcade version, Connor Briggs with a score of 16,650 points. For MAME, Jeffrey de Blasio with 15,540 points. The MS-DOS version, 9,620 points by Sonia Madden. For the Atari 2600 Parker Brothers version, 2,829 by Matt Cox. The Atari 2600 Supercharger version, which is a great version on the 2600, 9,850 by Brian Mathern. On the Atari 5200, 16,910 by Matt Daly. Funny thing about the 5200 score, we had two guys going back and forth, Michael D'Angelo and Matt Daly, battling back and forth for the high score of the 5200. Now, the 5200 version is a real pain to play. You got to move the joystick in the direction you want to go, then hit the fire button. It gets really frustrating after a while. So hats off to them for being so persistent. Next up, we have the Atari 8-bit version, the Atari home computer line. With a score of 12,225, Steve Rasmussen. On the Atari Flashback Portable, 13,200 by Sonia Madden. The Intellivision version, 12,650 by Keith Sheehan. For the ColecoVision version, 13,280 by Edward Langley. The TI-99 4A, 12,820 by Steve Rasmussen. The Odyssey 2, a really quirky version, but it's a really quirky machine that's really quirky fun. With a score of 9,000 points, Steve Rasmussen. The TRS-80 Color Computer, 5,550 points, Matt Daly. The Timex Sinclair, 9,360 points, Keith Sheehan again. The VIC-20, with a score of 9,040 points, Steve Rasmussen. The Commodore 64, 22,765 points, the Commodore Computer Club. The MSX version, 4,890 points, Joe Reno. For the Sega Genesis version, 36,880 points, Matt Daly. Super NES, 5,540 points by Brian Mathern. The Game Boy version, 14,830 points, Michael D'Angelo. The Game Boy Color, 11,860 points, again, Michael D'Angelo. The Game Boy Advance version, with a score of 15,810 points, Steve Rasmussen. The Apple II, 12,950 points, Steve Rasmussen again. The Xbox 360 version, 5,870 points, Michael D'Angelo. The Vectrex Homebrew, with a score of 7,360 points, Brian Mathern. The NES Homebrew game, with a score of 3,270 points, Keith Sheehan. And finally, Frogger.net, the score of 13,250, Connor Briggs. Awesome. All right, so now it's time to spin the wheel. Awesome. Way to go, Michael D'Angelo. Send me your address, Michael, and I'll get this little mini arcade out to you right away. Thanks for everyone for participating in the contest. Stay tuned to the Facebook page for more of these little giveaways I'll be putting up here and there throughout the rest of the year. Thanks for watching.
Go, Bobby, go. You gotta keep on hopping till you get to the top. Go, Bobby, go. Gotta keep
MiniCade.